to Go Local Live here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'd like to introduce Susan Moniz. She is originally from East Providence, Rhode Island. She's an actress, and so welcome home. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So really excited about this. You are starring in the national tour of Fun Home, the Tony Award-winning Broadway show Fun Home. So this is pretty cool. So welcome back. It's playing at PPAC right now through November 12th. So tell me a little bit about the show Fun Home, and then we'll get into all the good details.
Sure. It is based on the graphic novel called Fun Home by Alison Bechtel, and it's her life story. It tells how she's looking back on her growing up years, and it concentrates mostly on her relationship with her father, which was very complicated. He was a gay man who was not happy with or comfortable with his sexuality, and Allison is gay as well. And she looks back trying to understand their similarities and their differences. Her father committed suicide when he was at the same age as Allison at the telling of the story. Oh. That's not a spoiler. You'll find that out at the very beginning.
No spoiler alert, okay. I mean, and this is just, the reviews on this show are absolutely incredible. Won 5 Tonys when it was on Broadway, and the story itself, the author who wrote it was a finalist for the Pulitzer. Yes. So it's honest, and like you said, can be graphic, so it's recommended for people over 13.
Yeah, 12, or I would say 12 or over.
Okay.
It really depends on the maturity of the child. Okay.
Yeah. So all depends on that. Yeah. So you play a character named Helen. Tell me a little bit about your character and what you love about it.
Well, Helen is, as you can imagine, she's married to Bruce, and she, of course, is in a frustrating, disappointing marriage, because no one goes into a marriage thinking that they're married to a gay person. You know, that's not really what you are, is in the whole, you know,
it's not what you're expecting.
It's not what you're expecting.
When you're getting married.
So she's in a difficult situation, because this is a time period when you really did not have the kind of support that we have today. You know, she didn't have someone to talk to. And she was brought up Catholic. So she is in a tough corner. But she puts her head down, she raises the kids, and she does her job. And what I like about the character is, well, she has this beautiful song at the end. I don't think I like all that much about her, honestly. She's a very difficult character. She's not warm and fuzzy, as the whole household is not really warm and fuzzy, and which makes it it's a little bit different than me. So I try to, ask my kids, but I don't think I'm like Helen. But it's you know, she has this gorgeous song at the end, which really helps explain her frustration and her situation in the marriage, and that's what I look forward to when playing her.
It's tough, but you can connect on the fact that this person is struggling.
Absolutely, because we all have, you know, everyone's complicated. All relationships are complicated, so you can relate to that, her situation, on some level.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. And so you are playing the part of Helen, and your castmates have also, I should give you credit, you have appeared on Broadway, and you've also have credits in Chicago theaters as well. I'm scrolling through my notes here to give you all your credit here, but I can't find my
live
notes.
in Chicago.
Yeah,
so
you live in Chicago.
That's where I'm based out of.
and you're home, so we're really excited to have you home. Tell me a little bit about your castmates and what it's like performing with them. It's a high caliber cast.
It is. We've been on the road now for 14 months, and that is a long time to be with the same group of people. But they're amazing, because not only are they wonderful off stage, they're so professional on stage, and everyone takes this piece very seriously. So there's no, you know, we're almost at 400 shows. Oh. And we all still really take this seriously. No one is phoning it in. It's an important piece to us individually to take this around the country at this time, and to be able to do it with these people who are always on, who are always listening, who care every single show, is really a privilege. It really is a privilege in this business to be able to do it, and like you said, at this caliber of cast, every day, 8 shows a week.
Oh my goodness. And talk to me a little bit about that. What is it like for you to be performing a role that is so intense, a show that is very intense, 8 times a week. I mean, that has to be somewhat exhausting, both mentally and physically.
You know, it's funny. Sometimes we need mental health days.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of need a break. But what really gets you through? I mean, honestly, it is. She is a little intense, as are most of the roles to some degree in the show. But I get to have a little bit of breaks in between my scenes, so it's not as continuous. But you just, you just respect the piece so much and know that the people who are out there, the audience who are getting to see this show for this time, it's their only time probably. And they have to have the best you can bring. So that's where just your experience, your professionalism comes in, that you have to bring it because that's your job.
It's really neat. And again, like I said, the reviews are outstanding. I want to talk a little bit about the show itself, because like we were saying, the show won Tonys. It's Tony Award winning.
Mm-hmm.
What I also thought was really neat about this, the team who wrote it also made history by becoming the first female writing team to be awarded the Best Score Tony Award. What's it like to be a part of something that actually made history? I think that's pretty neat.
It is awesome, and they're incredibly creative and generous people. Janine Tesori wrote the music, and Lisa Crone wrote the lyrics and the book, and they were part of our rehearsal period in New York. We got to work with them, which was extraordinary. You don't always get to work with the original writers.
Really neat.
And it really made a difference to us. But not only were they in the room, and that they won the Tony and as the first women composers and writers. It's the first show that has a lesbian as a protagonist.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's pretty amazing.
So cool.
I mean, why did it take so long? So this is just a really important piece on so many different levels. Yeah. And I think we feel that. I think we feel the importance every time we bring it to a new city and feel like, wow, we get to do this. That's part of it.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Has there been a message about that? Has that been spoken about? I mean, we're at a time where, things are a little tense in our country.
Yeah.
So I think it's really neat to be able to talk about that. Hey, we made history by 2 women, wrote this, and they're the first in history to win something. Yeah, why did it take so long?
Right.
And here's a lesbian lead. Why did it take so long?
Yeah.
But let's celebrate this, right? I mean, is that being talked about?
Well, it's great because we have a lot of talkbacks after shows.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it might be just a general audience, or we have a lot of LGBTQ groups that have come in and seen the show in different cities. And it's amazing to feel just the joy that they have in experiencing this piece and feeling like they're able to have their story told and have a voice. Yeah. So it's really empowering for them, and in return, it helps motivate us and empower us to continue telling the story. So yeah, it's been so emotional and wonderful to be part of this, groundbreaking kind of show, and to see one-on-one the effect it has on people individually, because they come back after shows and they're, oh my gosh, you just told, that was my story up there, or that was, that was my dad's story, and they get very emotional. I'm getting verklempt now.
No, I'm trying to keep it together. I'm just thinking how powerful this is.
It really is. It is so special to see it touch people the way it has.
I just think how poignant and how powerful to be on a national tour of something that can speak volumes, right?
Yes.
That has to be really meaningful for you right now, and to go places and to be able to provide a talk back, because it could be very difficult for some people to see things, right? And to be able to have the opportunity to talk with the people that are watching and viewing.
Yeah, I sense that sometimes people have brought in parents, and trying to use this as maybe a springboard for conversation. We've had letters come back and say that I brought my mom, and we do get a lot of feedback from people of how it's touched them. And I think this has been really wonderful as a subject matter, this subject matter as something for families to to view together and have the opportunity to have conversation and dialogue about it.
Wow, yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's so powerful and so moving, and what a rewarding opportunity for you to be part of that.
Yeah.
I think that's really neat, and to be able to share that going across the country. Before you go, I do want to talk to you because you did grow up here in Rhode Island.
Yes, I
did. You're based in Chicago now, but you did grow up in East Providence, and I want to talk to you just a little bit about what it's like being able to perform kind of at home.
It's been, my mom is thrilled. Let me just say that. Because it's been a long time coming. You know, I've been in Chicago for about 30 years and chose to stay and work in Chicago. It's a vital theater community there, and I've raised my kids there and have my husband there. But when this opportunity came up, at the first leg of the tour, it didn't have Rhode Island in. I was like, oh. So my mom was like, oh, yeah, you're going on tour. And then they added the last 7 weeks, and I told Mom, we're coming to Rhode Island, and I thought she was going to lose it. She was so excited. And so, yeah, and we've been on the road for 14 months, so it has been, it was at the very end of that. So she's been like, so finally we're here, and now we're almost done, but finally we're here, and it's awesome to see family. I've had family come and friends I haven't seen in eons, so it's good to be home.
Oh, well, we're very excited. And you went to school here as well,
Went
right?
to East Providence High School and Rhode Island College.
Oh, that's
Both,
great.
Yeah.
That's great. So, kind of a warm community. And what's it like being able to be in PPAC? You know, we
it's
love Providence
gorgeous.
Performing Arts Center. It's such a beautiful theater. What's it like just being able to perform there in front of family and friends?
Such a beautiful theater. Last time I was on that stage was before I left, and it was before they refurbished it. That's how long ago it was. A long time. And I had only gone in to see something there, but I'd never been on stage for years, and it's gorgeous. If you ever have a chance to get on the stage and look out at that beautiful house and that chandelier, it's such a gem. What a gift you guys have with PPAC here. Just beautiful.
Well, it's so nice to be able to talk to you about this and your role in Fun Home. And, I mean, my goodness, if you do get a chance to see it, I think I want to read the book as well.
Yeah, it's a great graphic novel.
I definitely want to read the book and come see the show. So my goodness gracious. So Susan, thank you so much for being able to share your experience with us and share your story with us today. Have you been able to go out to eat at all?
A little, not as much as I wanted.
Probably things have changed since you've lived
I know,
here, right?
but there's always seafood, and that's all I care about. Get my clam cakes, my seafood in. I'm a happy girl.
Yes. Good. So get some clam cakes and chowder. I was craving chowder real bad the other day. My goodness. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your time here. I really appreciate you joining us. All right, everyone, we're wrapping up here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. I'm Molly O'Brien. I'd like to thank all of our guests today. Hang tight because we will start Go Local live here at 4 o'clock with news editor Kate Nagel. She has a full show for you this afternoon. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your evening.